Well, in this short video, we are gonna see once more the importance of being qualified as team pilot. So we're gonna understand even better what team pilot is and why it's so important. This is really the key of your success. Okay, so let's move on. First of all, we need to have clear the scope of all this. I mean, being team pilot is not just for nothing, for being team pilot. It's because it's an important step, a first important goal that you need to have in order to achieve your ultimate goal. Like you've seen probably in the other video about your goal as a Clubshop partner, which I invite you to see again if you haven't done so yet, that explains that your final goal as a GPS partner is to gradually build the global market for your Clubshop mall to enjoy a $10,000 monthly passive income and the lifestyle you deserve. Okay, that is the goal. So you know that as a GPS partner, you have your own online shopping center, okay, with millions of products and services. Of course, you need to create your market, your global market, with people from all over the world that will use your Clubshop mall and generate ongoing commissions. So the goal is to create this share market with Clubshop members from wherever in the world. Okay, so the idea is to create a market with, let's say, 10,000 Clubshop members, where that produce an average of $1 commission each for you every month. Okay, so it can seems a lot, right? 10,000 Clubshop members. Actually, we're gonna see that this is the normal process of the GPS that will create this market for you. Of course, there is some intervention needed on your side. That's why you exist. That's why you earn so much. The important task, the heavy work, let's say, is done automatically by your GPS. But anyway, you as a sponsor of your teammates need to do anyway there and do something that is really, really important. Okay, so this is the idea, the goal. The goal is to create, so the GPS helps you to create this market with 10,000 members, and then, well, there are no limits anyway. Yeah? But anyway, the team pilot status is the first goal that you need to have in order to achieve this goal, because we know that if you have 10,000 Clubshop members that generate $1 each average in commissions, well, you're gonna earn $10,000 in passive income every month. Okay? Well, that being said, let's see, let's visualize again this status of team pilot. Okay, so we say that every month as a GPS subscriber, you are entitled to receive a certain number of advertising shares, right? Co-op advertising, we call it. It's cooperative marketing. It means that all the partners have the rights to receive some shares of the advertising campaigns run by the company. So every month, these shares that we can see here, let's see with the laser, okay, this share that you can see here keeps feeding your pools, your bottom pools, with new affiliates, right? New affiliates that goes into these pools. The same is done by the GPS of all the partners in your team. So there is a real teamwork, okay? Everybody, every GPS is focused in feeding the same pools so that we really create these powerful actions where everybody helps each other. Okay, so from these pools, you start to get your first trial partners that get out of the pool, go and take the first position 3 in the upline of partners, and then some of them will confirm their GPS, they will become partners. So you can understand that you don't need that 100% of your affiliates become trial partners, and you don't need that 100% of your trial partners confirm their GPS. Anyway, your goal is just to create these 6 generations of partners, right? And all the effort together with all the people there, you will see how fast you can create these vertical lines. Okay, very good. So this situation, this GPS, allows you not only to get all the leads, all the members that you need, but it also optimizes the distribution of these members in your team and keep the communication flow alive with them, so that all this is done for you automatically, and they keep being interested in what they're seeing. They can do the trial program, so they can understand also the potential that they have if they confirm their GPS. So all this is done automatically for you. Okay, so once 6 vertical lines of partners are completed, you are a team pilot. So you see, all this process is designed in order to create your 6 vertical lines of partners. This is your first goal. Okay, so you realize that in order to speed up this process, the only thing that you need to do, because all this is done automatically, so what would be your role? Well, your role is the one to be there for your teammates, to offer them your support, to meet them online too. They can book online meetings with you. You can invite them in our communities in Facebook, Telegram, and so on, so that they can see that we are good people, honest, all united by the same goals of, creating extraordinary lives for millions of people worldwide. Okay, so that is your role, to be there for them and offer them your support, your friendship even. Okay, so once you are qualified as a team pilot, what is your goal? You see, first of all, you need also understand that in the GPS, you have one fundamental tool, which is your line builder. Initially, when you have to achieve this goal of your first goal as a team pilot, well, the GPS is already set up in order to build your lines one after the other. So it means that once it completes one vertical line, that you have 6 partners vertically placed, well, it automatically starts the second line, and then the third, and then the fourth, fifth, and sixth. But depending on the kind of GPS that you have, you can even build more than one line at a time. Because the higher the GPS, the higher the potential that you have, the more co-op shares that you have, so you can feed more pools at the same time. For example, a GPS Basic only have one co-op share per month, so it can only feed one line, one bottom pool at a time. But a GPS Premier Plus can feed up to 6 lines at the same time, simultaneously. Okay, and then anyway, you can even order more co-op shares, and so you have a higher potential. So anyway, in the GPS, in the vertical line report, you have this tool that is called Line Builder, where you can decide to increase the number of lines that you build simultaneously. And you just need to paste in the fields the ID number of the member who is at the bottom of one of the existing lines. Okay, so it will build accordingly. But what happens the moment that you have completed your first goal, that is a team pilot? Well, you become a sort of a coach, right? You need to duplicate yourself. You need to lead by example your team. So now, as a team pilot, you have the credibility to coach your team, to let them know that they can make it too. Their goal is exactly the same as yours, is to get qualified as team pilot. So in that moment, your line builder has done his job. It means that has built the first line of each one of your first generation's partners. Okay, well, then is the moment where you can add even more power to their GPS. How? You're gonna set your line builder with their ID numbers. You see, so they have, each one of them, their first generation partners, they have their line builder working, but you can paste in your line builder the ID of the partner that deserve it the most, right? Those that are more active. Normally, they can be your first generation partners, but not necessarily. It depends. You're gonna help those that deserve it most, those that are more active, those that respond, those that you are in contact with, not those that you not even know if they exist or not, right? So at that moment, you can activate your line builder to build their lines too. So if, for example, one of them has activated their line builder to build 3 lines at a time, well, if you activate your GPS to help them, well, your affiliates, the ones that you receive, will help him to build exactly that number of lines at the same time, right? So that's how you can create really this duplication inside your organization and build one after the other all your generations of partners, right? So this is quite simple. Anyway, it's more difficult to explain probably than to do. You just go in your vertical line report, you find the line builder. If you are already a team pilot, you just paste them the ID number of the partners that you want to help. And again, you help those that are more active, okay? Not the dead ones. So this is also an incentive for those people to show activity. The more active they are, the more helps they will receive from their upline sponsors. Okay. Also consider that you won't be alone to help your partners, because even your upline partners, maybe they are helping some of your teammates to build their line. So you see how all these energy, all this power of all the GPS are focused to build the organization of each other. Okay, so let's try to understand more how this, what is the effect of this duplication, right? You have seen, I'm sure, I hope, in the compensation plan that there are a few examples of income example, how much you're gonna make. Okay, so following this technique, which is to create all these team pilots, to help create all these team pilots in the organization, you're actually creating your 6 generations of partner. Many times people don't understand very well because they think, well, they see this idea of team pilot, but they don't see how each one of them is going to create their branches, right? They're going to duplicate. So you can imagine, even if you see here only 36 partners, well, each one of them will start to have his own generation. So of course, you're going to have much more than 36 partners and members and so on in your organization. And you can see it in this example, no? Because this is going to create anyway a duplication on the 6th generation when you can have 6, then 36, 216 and so on partners in your deeper generations. We're going to see this more in detail just in a few minutes, okay? So it's important because the most motivational thing that you can do is to play with the GPS earnings calculator that you have in your compensation plan pages, right? This is what really motivates you, because really gives you the idea of how much you can make duplicating this method. Well, the method is duplicated by himself by the GPS anyway. You just need to be positively excited and offer your support, your friendship to your team, because they just started, they just arrived from some campaigns. They are not friend of us or of yourself. They don't know us, so they need to speak, to talk with some real person. Well, that's your job. That's your job as a partner, to help them, to follow them up, and to let them understand the benefits that they have. Okay, so playing with the GPS earning calculator is the best thing you can do, because really let you understand why you should invest some of your time, because it's very well paid. Okay, and how you're gonna play with your earning calculator? Well, you see those indicators in your dashboard, which tells you basically the monthly duplication rates and the average fees of the GPS in your organization. So with those two parameters, you can really play with your in a realistic way with your earnings calculator. Why? Let's see this example. No, so here in this example here, we see the earning calculator where we put the six because it's the number of vertical lines that we're going to build, right? The GPS is designed to build one after the other 6 vertical lines. 27% the estimated rate of duplication, which is that indicator that you have in your dashboard. And here in this example, we consider, because that is the goal, to create gradually an organization of Premier Plus, right? Because you know that for the way it is designed, gradually all partners in your team, the good ones, of course, the other one probably they will cancel or don't know, but time after time they will upgrade naturally up to Premier Plus. So when you have an organization built on Premier Plus, and then you can even have other, of course, but here considering the average of $249.9 per month, which is the GPS Premier Plus, with a estimated duplication rate of 27%. Why this? Because we know that it's not immediate and probably will never happen that all your generations will duplicate at 100%. What does it mean? It means that, well, when it duplicates at 100%, means that, for example, if you have 6 partners in your first generation, in the second generation, you will have 6 or 6, 36. In the third, 216, and then 1296, and then 7700, and so on, up to 46,000 in your 6th generation, right? But this, even if the GPS can make it, for sure, because that is how it works, but you don't need it. You don't need it. So even if there is not a duplication at 100%, but let's consider here in this example, 27%, well, what you're making every month as a passive income based exclusively on the GPS subscription, right? And so we're not counting here all the commissions coming from the purchases made in all the stores of the Clubshop mall, but exclusively on the GPS commission. Well, you're making $5,588 per month, right? Which means 67,000. And you don't need thousands and thousands of GPS there. No. It's a team built only with 168 GPS in your six generations. So this is how it works, right? You see, to visualize what creates the GPS earning calculator, this one, it's here. So you are a team pilot. Your GPS keeps feeding your bottom pool. From these bottom pools comes out all the trial partners and the partners. So let's consider you have 6 lines, so 6 GPS Premier Plus in your first generation, as an example here. And then second generation duplication only of 27%, so you have 10 GPS. In the third, 16, you see here, 16, 26, then 42 and 68, with a duplication of 27% only, okay? 27% duplication of Premier Plus. So this gives you an idea. So you can understand also that your goal is not what you're gonna make your first month. You don't care at all what you're making the first month. Even if you are making 0 in the first month, who cares? You need to have your mind focused in your real goal, which is to create your market of 10,000 members in your team. 10,000 means that you have just affiliates, you have trial partners, and you have partners, okay? So the average is gonna give $1 each. So it means that there are a lot that are producing 0. That's absolutely normal. But there are others that are producing more than $129 per month. So you can see how the average can be achieved easily. Okay, so the only goal is that one, to give the GPS the time to build your team and at the same time be available to offer your friendship and support to socialize with your teammates. Okay, very good. So now let's see again, because we really need to understand perfectly this concept. Okay, we see another example, which is the one that is in the compensation plan, where here it explains the thing with a duplication of 100%, means that your generation are duplicating perfectly, which can happen because anyway it's not like the normal network marketing where never happened. Here the GPS is automatically creating these 6 lines each, but it needs time and it needs your effort in socializing with your team, okay, so that you can create that really real team spirit. So let's say that you have a team where the average GPS is 4990. 4990 is the GPS Pro. So you can have Basic, Basic Plus, Pro, Pro Plus, Premier, or Premier Plus. Let's say that the average is 4990, like the GPS Pro. And you have a perfect duplication here of 100%. So the projection is this one, where in your first generation you have your 6 partners, in the second 36, then 216, 1296, and then 7,000 more and 46. So the total here GPS in a perfect theoretical duplication of 6 lines, well, you can have 55,986 GPS. Okay, GPS, and then in the bottom pools you have thousands and thousands of affiliates. Okay, very good. Well, this duplication on the average of 4990, it gives this. So you see in the first generation $6 per month, second generation 60, well, because it's the first plus the second. Okay, the third, it gives 431, so total of 491. And then 4,000, etc., and 54,000 in fifth line, and 465,000 in the 6th generation. That's a lot of money, but you understand the potential. And you see there, the higher earnings, of course, are in the deeper generation. Why this? Because that's what we wanted to do. We want to give an incentive to everybody to help each other. So to go and build debt underneath your first generation. So that's how everybody is going to help each other. Everybody is motivated not to build a big first generation, but everybody is motivated in building debt so that you can have more stability in your income. So building really deep lines. Okay, so you can understand how the GPS shows the number that then are related to this kind of duplication that this strategy of building this status of team pilot is going to create automatically. Okay, so this is important. So you understand that the basic thing, which is the most important one that you need to have since the very first day, is that one, not to be focused on your first month or second month, how much you're making, oh my God, I still have to pay the renewal and so on. Who cares? You are building a business that is gonna last for all your life. So of course they might require some time, And if you have the right attitude, the right mindset, and you keep being focused in this status of team pilot, and most of all, you're focusing helping all your teammates, creating this very good team spirit, this good teamwork that you need, well, you're gonna be widely successful in no time. Okay? That's all for now. Bye-bye. Bye.